early in the morning is before 9 o'clock. So would I estimate say she reached the hospital around 7 or maybe more before 7 o'clock. She reached the hospital very early in the morning to relieve her mom. We're not sure what time our flight landed Jamaica, and that we would have liked to be released to the public, hopefully. What time our flight actually land in Jamaica, to see what time she actually made it up there, yeah, to relieve her mom first thing in the morning. Now, the uncle left the Thursday night, and he brought Jayden and his cousin Demar home to get some rest, to go to school the next day. You see? Then, early Friday morning, him wake up Jayden, the uncle wake up Jayden, and Jayden get ready eating breakfast, and him drop him off to the taxi stand to take a taxi to school. Now the uncle never see Jayden get in that taxi to make it to school. So really and truly, we don't have any evidence that Jayden actually made it to school. The only thing we have is word of mouth. We have the principal saying that Jayden was in school. We have no confirmed sighting of Jayden in school from any of the students, because we don't have any statements from the students. Okay? As far as what I can see out there in circulation. Then now we have the cousin, which is Shanique, and we have the aunt, who are saying that Jayden went to school. But really and truly, them don't know if Jayden went to school, yes or no. The only thing would be in a shadow of a doubt that we can actually say that Jayden went to school or didn't went to school is to see some video evidence of him being in school, or some form of, but even attendance records can be doctored, right? So if them have some form of video evidence with him in or around the school compound, then we can say concretely Jayden was in school on that Friday. Yeah? So that's when the uncle dropped him off at the stand. We're not sure if him reach a school, okay, because we don't have no evidence to prove that. Just word of mouth. Now, the uncle said that after him drop off Jayden, him go do some running around. So he was on his own beat, right? And he got a call from Shani saying that she wants some keys, right? And him drop off the key to a house up a spur tree at around 9 o'clock a.m. on Friday morning. On Friday morning to Shanice. Remember, Shanice said she landed in Jamaica after 2 o'clock. Between 2 and 3 o'clock, she said she landed in Montego Bay. And it takes 3 hours from Montego Bay to get to Mandeville. So she would have been in Mandeville, where she would say like 5, 6 o'clock. And then she said she reached the hospital around 7 p.m. Now, this came out of her mouth. And these two events, where the uncle said see her 9 a.m. Saturday morning, Friday morning, and her landing at 2 p.m. Friday morning, Friday afternoon, who is telling the truth? The uncle with the sighting at 9 a.m. or Shanique landing in Jamaica at 2 p.m.? Who should we believe? This is a major, 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 major red flag in this case. When I say major, I mean major red flag in this case. Then the uncle proceeded to say in the interview with L.A. Lewis, L.A. Lewis are the genius, you know, because he went and he asked the questions. He wanted timeline. So now the uncle proceeded to say, all right, after I give Shanique the key at 9 a.m. in the morning, him do some running around, right? Doing him look hustling on the side. And then him decided to go back to the hospital. And he reached the hospital around 3 p.m. We don't know if Jayden made it to school. And then shortly after, Shanique walked into the hospital. So the uncle reached there after 3, and Shanice reached there after 3. So good. Now, the only way Shani can be free and clear of being the number 1 suspect in this disappearance of Jayden, presumed to be unalive, is if Jayden 1 made it to school, and we can see video evidence of that, because we're saying that school start, let's say school starts 7:30, yeah, and then school over at 2:30, then that means Shanice would have what, 30 minutes to get rid of him? That is not plausible, yeah? Then he left school, and remember, the only set of people who are telling you that Jayden left school and he went right up to Little Caesar and through the Mega Mart is the auntie and the cousin, the family that is under suspicion. They are the ones who are telling us that they saw him on some CC footage. The police department did not confirm that. Nobody else confirmed that but the family. Okay? So if Shani can prove that Jayden made it to school by showing us video evidence, by showing us video evidence of him going into Little Caesar, video evidence of him walking through the shopping center, right, that supermarket parking lot, and exiting through the back, then we can say Shanique herself is not involved as far as she physically doing anything to Jayden, because she couldn't physically do anything to Jayden if she was at the hospital. Once we see them evidence there, then we can say, all right, you not have a direct involvement as far as like you hurting him physically. But then we have to move to phase 2. If we do see those evidence, then we say, all right, what happened to him afterwards? We'll cross that bridge once we can see these core evidence first. Because really and truly, based on the lies that are being told, more and more you kind of drawing the conclusion that Jayden never made it to school. Yeah? And it's up to the school to be as transparent as possible. Because remember now, them come out and them a search for Jayden, and them a say, yeah man, Jayden reached the school. How long will the public actually wait to start seeing some video evidence in this case? How long the public is actually gonna wait? You see, the reason why this case right here is resonating with people in Jamaica and people abroad in the diaspora is because this little child right here was abandoned as a child. His mother couldn't take care of him, right? So basically he was abandoned, yeah? And despite all odds, he ended up, I would say at the time, in a stable home. So you can give it to say that he was in a stable home. You can give it to the family, say, they took care of Jayden. They had a stable home where he was able to concentrate on his schoolwork, yeah? And become one of the top students in each of the schools that he went to. Very brilliant child, yeah? Received one of the top pass mark to get to Manchester High School. Beautiful, right? But there was a rage, and nobody can tell me, yeah, if me, they are foreign, and me here say, my pitney foot broke in a Jamaica, cause me have him a foreign, and all the jump him a jump up and down off a bed, him foot never broke. And all of a sudden, I send him go to Jamaica, and then him foot go broke. And then me hear say Jayden was in the living room with him. And then my brother Demar say the baby jump off of Jayden, and instead of Jayden catching the baby, so the baby don't fall, Jayden move out of the way and sight him, and the pitney drop and broke him foot. Once you hear something like that, as a mother, we carry a pitney for 9 months, you not go mad? You not go mad? No, sir, my head would have catch a fire. My head would have catch a fire. Me I tell you, it's better only did go down there. Yeah? And beat him silly. Give him a piece of ass whooping. And then make him go talk. Cause the little beating you want to give him now go do nothing to Uno. Nobody now go arrest Uno and charge Uno for beating him. That is going to be understandable. Yeah? And this wouldn't even reach nowhere. But instead, what a coincidence. The little boy foot broke. You fly down to Jamaica. You come tell we are back alive. But you come down there, you land 2 o'clock and your uncle say him see you at 9 o'clock. Him see you at 9 o'clock at the pharmacy and put the key in your hand. Come out and say him a lie, you know? Why don't you come out and say your uncle is lying? You see, in the beginning, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Because I was listening to the uncle and I said, this man here come across as a solid youth, a solid big man who not tell a lie. You can look at body languages. There's like so many softwares out there where you can run body language, and you even have body language expert that can depict and say this a person here lying. And then people move on to like bigger interrogation. That's how interrogation going on. Because people with experience can say, you know what, that person here lied to me, but I'm not sure. Yeah? And then you start the intense interrogation from there, like a smoking gun. Yeah? But come out and tell us that the uncle is lying. You can't do that. And I'm sure if the police officers them a do them job and they are as invested as we are in the public domain, that sooner or later, I don't know how them are going to do it. I don't know how them are going to be able to get you back to Jamaica for questioning. I don't think it is possible, especially if you are a U.S. citizen. I don't think it is possible. I've never seen it done before, where a U.S. citizen or a U.S. resident was actually extradited from America to come back to Jamaica. But sad to say, if anyone in the family they were cover up for you, they are the ones who are going to be taking the fall for you. And how you are going to feel in yourself if you actually went down to Jamaica and armed this little boy? How you are going to feel, Shani? All this talk and you come from media all nervous and your story them just a flow so you never know say Father God I watch and I say this little boy life is not gonna go like that. And the uncle come spill all the beans. What not gonna do to the uncle now? We can't do nothing to him, you know. Because if the uncle they disappear now, we in more trouble. If the uncle they disappear, we in more trouble. More trouble we in. So we better look upon him and allow him alone. Oh.